The heat of the desert is where the Sun Devils thrive. Welcome to Tempe, Arizona, Mountain America Stadium, home to the Arizona State Sun Devils and the rich legacy formed by the likes of Frank Bush, Jake the Snake, and Pat Tillman. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Arizona State Sun Devils. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the lone running back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season. Just a simple power play, power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Ward. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Showing the arm strength to the left. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Reeled it in and just made the house call. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. At the 45 on its way. Big, big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Defense is about firing off, getting the offensive guys and staying in their gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, but nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Dalton. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Michigan. What a grab and go for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Offense set on first down. Quarterback will audible. Wide receiver shows motion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quarterback moving. Trying to escape and get it himself. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The offense set for a first down play. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Feeling some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary, guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. And the Sun Devils will punt it away on fourth down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. The kick is high and away and headed toward the sideline. And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
They go right back to him. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Scanning the field, it's Dalton. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Wolverines will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
On first down, here comes this offense. Quick handoff. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll run this play from the pistol. He wants to pass it on second down. Hit as he throws. And he intercepts it. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a big throw.
He's got it. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12. They're going to run it to the right. Pickup of 1. It's down at the 11. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Let's it fly. And it's intercepted. A turnover from the defense. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. At the 20. Running free. Going to the end zone, but way back behind him. There's a flag on the field. PAT unit on the field. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 flash today. North Carolina is down right now, but that kid on the defensive side, I know this is a big statement, but he looks like a young Lawrence Taylor. Do not rule out a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Arkansas. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Moving past the 25. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. To the air, it's Dalton. Using the quick game. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. To the ground with the back. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. See that maize in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get first downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. Getting set for the point after. Right down the boulevard. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down for this offense. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Newton. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. The play action fake. Working the middle, it's complete. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
He'll let one go down the right side. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. First and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy.
And they knocked him down almost immediately.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Fast motion from the offense. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. He's looking downfield to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Back to throw, it's Dalton. This time he's got his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short game there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's looking to throw. Coming after it. He'll pull it down and run. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you can tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
Toss sweep to the right. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for once.
On second down, just keeps firing. Floating away. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. Oh, he's going to go for the return. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing, so that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
He's looking to throw it. He's going to run it. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
These guys aren't human either. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Looking to go up top on first down. Get it out on the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs, and that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Quickly complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find the rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here in the game.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. Touchdown, Michigan. They take the lead with the 6. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Off the play fake. Steps away. He's got an open man. And he's running in the open. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot.
Ball in the air, intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Dropping back, it's Dalton. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal.
Here comes the crowd trying to make it tough on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Pulls it in. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Pressure coming. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. This place is alive, and they love to force this offense into another mistake. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Wolverines line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. On the option. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Trying to pound their way forward, he picks up a couple to the 31.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the time...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona State. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. He'll bring it out. It's Zimmerman. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. One final play before the end of the quarter. He wants to throw. Looking down the middle. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, that just shows you how much this quarterback trusts his baller wide receiver. He was double covered on that play, and still the QB tried to force it over to him.
Looking downfield, it's Dalton. He'll take the deep shot. And that one's incomplete as they tried to hit him with a big play on the final snap of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
He's loose. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The offense lining up for a first down play. Wide out in motion. Snags it quickly on the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Able to run it out to the 28 on the last one. It's 2nd and 7. Got his man quickly. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early.
And the ball will be grabbed at the 30-yard line. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Back to the air one more time. He'll take a shot. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
To the air, it's Dalton. Quick strike complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Gets it out fast. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And you could tell the offense was trying to take a shot and really stress that safety. Sending one guy long, you better cover the deep ball, and then try to slip a guy right underneath it. unsuccessfully. The quarterback's got to be a little bit better with that time.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
On third down, going up top. He's going to take off. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down. The Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on fourth down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it, but with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking just like that guy did there.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They'll go with a give to the big tight end on third and short. The Wolverines will move the sticks. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Leaves it with the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run. When they're going between the tackles, this defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
They'll give it to the back. Across the 25, he's got room. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Back to throw, it's Dalton. They're working that left side. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. powers through the defender. And he gives himself up, but not before he moves those sticks.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs. Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get